Alright, so let's have Alucard enter the room in spectral form. Again, in wolf form. And hey, there's actually a corpse with probably a scroll. Go ahead, Pedro.
Alright. I figured out how to get out of this damn ballroom. I had a convenient mortal saw installed in the center. I was also able to dodge the blaze in the critical in the previous room. And despite that, here I am, unable to get past this new trap. The solution seems so impossible to me that my only hope is to stay here and see if the whirlwind will come and take me to my destination. You know what's bullshit? This font. The thing is that the strange pegs from the upper far raise the left when you lose them. It does the toy maker, sorry. There's no way the toy maker has designed an enigma that is impossible to solve. I wouldn't expect something like that from the puppet master. It's all a test of fucking patience, and you can kiss my fucking asshole. Now, with sheer desperation, I tried to jump through the gap into the area and quickly reach the bush before the door of the lift closed. Bad idea. Ugh.
And yes, it was actually labeled Cell Angry Rolf. The devs actually wanted to be cheeky and actually reference the AVGN.
Bottom line, have a good font. God damn it.
What were they thinking?
Yeah.
Like, okay. All joking aside, yeah, we're having much more trouble reading these than we did in the first one.
Where did they put that front to their ass?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. I can barely read it, and I don't need glasses to read.
I have my glasses on, and I have trouble understanding some of the letters.
Even so, Pedro, again, me and Glibs are the ones with the better eyesight of the team, and even we are in trouble doing that. Okay, I can tell you that it might be, again, the PC problem, because when I actually did read them while playing, since it was actually widescreen, you know, I did manage to read them correctly, but again, you know, the first game did not really have that problem, but because they wanted to put this torn-out book kind of layout, you know, it makes things unnecessarily, you know, worse. I do actually wonder if there is a mod on PC that actually fixes this.
These scrolls could have really been good. These scrolls could have been really good, but too bad they were just jerking off.
I mean, could you imagine if the Alucard was the angry video game nerd?
Also, in case you're wondering, that bit that was in the scroll that referenced the whirlwind and everything, in case you forgot from the game, it's a reference to Castlevania 2, where there's this super cryptic puzzle that is infamous at this point, where you have to literally go to one of the corners of a map, stand still while holding a crystal ruby for like a few seconds, and then a whirlwind will teleport you to the right location. And behind you, the villagers are supposed to give you a hint to that, but since the game is coded, you know, poorly beyond salvation, you cannot actually figure that out on your own.
Nope. But that's okay too. All you have to do is buy the latest issue of Nintendo Power.
It's a cool thing. Yeah, that's actually cool. Too bad that we didn't really have that in my country.
You can also call the Nintendo hotline.
I'm pretty sure we didn't have that one either.
Well, then you're boned.
All right. It's a bit too early to use this puzzle, if I recall correctly, because you need to unlock the elevator. If I recall correctly, yes, you have to unlock this first before actually pulling through. But it basically is a bigger puzzle that involves the entire room. That requires Alucard to hold an object, use the wolf form, and then teleport to a different location before the wind-up key, you know, rotates completely. There we go. Second key time. What were you even doing here? Like, just lounging around casually?
That's also something the AVGM would say. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Just lunging around, shooting at giant card beasts.
That too, boy. I guess not for these game waves, but normally would label as a "where the fuck do I go" kind of game.
I love how they even referenced the whirlwind from Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
Another thing is that in this first bit, it also counts as a slightly harder than in the actual main game, because you're actually having a relatively small pool of health, but you're facing enemies that are supposed to be at least 1/3 in, to a point where Dracula normally would have upgraded at least partially his health. So if you don't find the actual, the boxes, beforehand, you might be severely disadvantaged unless you want to provide yourself a challenge. Shit. There we go. Come on. Also, yeah, just to mention, while there is some original material, most of the music in the DLC is recycled from the main game, which I can see that. The first game did the same thing for its DLC pieces, so I don't mind. And the music is good anyway, so I don't care. I know what you're also thinking, so do we get actually an exclusive boss fight in this game? And yes you do, but you'll be surprised on who the...
Oh man, we get to fight Simon Belmont.
Do we get to fight, you, the player? Or something like that?
You need to be more specific than that. It's like, yes, it's a doppelganger.
I don't think this is that kind of game.
No. The game secretly scans you and puts you in the game as a boss.
Okay, it's not exactly as you said that, but Symphony of the Night, one of its early bosses was actually a doppelganger where Alucard had to defeat and had these exact identical moves. So you're not too far off, actually.
It also had you fight doppelgangers of his three friends from Castlevania 3.
Trevor, Sci-Fi, and Rent. There you go. What you're supposed to do is to use the shield to weight down the elevator, so you can actually use it later on. But also, no moves allowed. It was actually written. Yes, Shirei?
But I had a question if we have free time for the moment.
Go ahead. I'm just going on.
Well, since we just finished another game, I have to wonder who's the better parent, Gabriel or Cody and May?
Gabriel.
The moment Dracula realized that his son standed before him, he was devastated and tried his best to actually save him, and always constantly tried to put him on his side. Sure, at first it was for evil purposes, but as we see in this game, more or less he did manage to actually mellow out, and respect his son. As we also see
it took him how many years to do that?
Centuries, actually.
Exactly. So I feel like Cody and May win by default. They learned.
No. Here's the thing. Dracula never intentionally hurt his son. Well, when he knew he was his son. Again, honestly, the plot seems to suggest that if Dracula and Gabriel had known who Trevor was from the get-go, stuff probably would have been diffused much
very
better.
quickly.
It was just once again the people around them manipulating them into the goddamn situation.
So is this a unanimous decision or
Yes.
Great, cool.
I'm sticking with it. Again, freaking blood-sucking Dracula is a better parent. I mean, hey, you want to know what else Gabriel has over May and Cody? He actually beat Satan. Anyone who kicks Satan's ass tends to earn a few million points from that.
Well, I'm more thinking of their parenting skills.
They had to ignore that book, so I feel like it's balanced.
So that's okay, Joe. So that's why you tend to be very forgiving of Final Fantasy VIII. As you said.
Because you beat Diablo.
Right, yeah.
Don't spoil it for me, because I actually do want to play it.
But question, Pedro.
Yes.
Remind me again, because I definitely forgot. Even if it's not stated clearly, which of the two parents was more inclined into painting?
Wait, painting?
If there was such an occasion, mind you.
No, I don't. Cody's passion is gardening too.
And May is singing. Well, I wanted to make a Bob Ross joke, but alas.
So I don't think it would fit in this context.
Well, it would, beat the devil out of it. That was one of his catchphrases. But
oh, okay. Well, I guess if you want to go for the devils that we defeat in the final area, then yeah, I guess that could work. But there's no actual painting involved.
Yeah, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. Third Guardian Jailer to kill.
Okay, so I've been recently playing Dread since it
Metroid Dread. Yeah, it's funny. We started this where Dread was like even supposed to come out, and now it's basically already released. So Dej, please tell us what you think.
It is fantastic. It's just hilarious by not you guys, but fans have said, man, crazy how the guys who are responsible for killing Castlevania made the best Metroid game out there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, Mercury's team does get these stigma a lot, actually.
Yeah, I actually want to see Mercury's team make Metroidvania Castlevania game, or the Igavania, just to see how it.
Again, the closest we got was Mirror of Fate, and you can clearly see it wasn't enough at all.
Well, Mirror of Fate is weird because it tries to do different things. It combine
both of them, does the episodic nature, so it gives you smaller maps to work with. It should, again, what you mean, that something akin to Bloodstained, basically.
Bloodstained, Symphony of the Night, etc. Because I want to see how they will do it with free creative control.
There is also the rumor going around that Konami seems to be finally wanting to put the head out of her asses and trying to revitalize its three main IP, MGS, Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. We'll have to see if that turns out to be true or not.
For years, I'm just it's already.
It might be just. Then again, the marketing did start pushing for the pachinko machine, and we had those collections released in recent times. So at the very least, there is something that's happening rather than either radio silence or insulting the fans. So
there's also a recent thing about a certain Irish singer who probably said something on social media that she probably wasn't allowed to.
Sony is funding a remake of a game. People are speculating it's either Xenogears, Final Fantasy IX, or Metal Gear.
I had to reiterate because I mentioned this in another playthrough with Deji. I spent literally months painstakingly making sure that the run is perfectly suited for us and anything, and we just dump the remake in front.
Well, I remember that's what happened when you were going to record Shadow of the Colossus.
Hey.
That was considerably shorter and easier to do.
I still think my favorite thing was during the recording of our original Final Fantasy VII run. In that year, while we were commentating on it, the remake got flipping announced, and Cloud got into flipping Smash.
Yeah. No, basically what happened was a singer said on social media that she now recorded an Irish language song for a big video game remake of sorts that she...
That PlayStation is gonna supposedly announce in December.
The thing is that she doesn't know anything about gaming. She's not a gamer, but she said that apparently she thinks it's very big, and she was told that apparently it's... And guess what? Old PS1 classic has an end credits theme that's sung in Irish.
MGS1.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Symphony of the Night.
No, Symphony of the Night doesn't have a vocal theme.
No, for some reason,
the best is yet to come.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say Shrek, and I'm like, wait, they're remaking Shrek Treasure Hunt?
No.
I'm pretty sure Dreams of Bad Licensed game do not count with that. Anyway, let's get another box, I think, in the meantime.
I mean, again, don't hold your breath on the Metal Gear Solid 1 thing, because holy hell has the whole Metal Gear Solid 1 remake speculation train been one of the bumpiest rides ever.
I need you to do something really important.
Okay.
When is this going to be uploaded?
It's two things, Jova.
I'm actually timing so that the parts of this month, I'm actually timing the parts of the last one happens on Halloween.
Okay, because I was going to be
Beautiful.
like, if a Metal Gear Solid remake gets announced, just plaster the logo here.
It's two things. Jova. One, well, it's always fun to speculate, at least. Second,
yeah.
Second, like where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's been a lot of smoke. And there's been a lot of smoke.
Monkey's paw. It turns out to be exactly like twin snakes.
Oh yeah, that is a possibility.
I doubt it.
Hey,
I don't know. Again.
Whoa, you're super sneaky. No, I was just noticing the fact that Alucard is clearly not really, giving a shit about the fact that yeah, oh my god, yeah, I'm so surprised, an ambush, oh no.
It's two things, Jova. One, well, technically the entire reason why Kojima wanted Twin Snakes to be like that is because he wanted it to be different than his vision. Like, he didn't want to just give people the same game again. But regardless of what I think of that decision. Second, well, that's the thing, Jova. This new remake, if it is a thing, wouldn't have Kojima's involvement, so I doubt that that the decision would be made to once again do the same thing again. We'll have to wait and see.
Besides, it would be just too easy to just do a conversion, or even the blue point treatment, quote unquote, to remake that particular version anyway, because again, it has. Okay, I forgot. Are all the voice actors of the original still alive and in full capacity?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They actually recently, last year, Teo, had a.
Really, might be.
It's actually a good timing for your question, Teo, because they recently, last year specifically, they actually had a YouTube reunion of sorts where they were all. So basically, they were all Christopher Randolph, who plays Otacon, David Hayter, God, the woman who plays.
Liquid, it's.
No, not. Go on.
I forgot, but anyway. Basically, now we're having a mini boss fight against the guy who has the voice sword, actually. But, oh, help me out, Dej. The guy who voices Liquid is the same one who voices one of the main TMNT.
Yeah. The woman who plays Mei Ling was also there. Like, they were all there.
Oh, wait, it's
Ken Clark. There you go.
80s Leonardo.
Yeah, Ken Clark. I remember the name. Anyway, serving the orders that the Echo of the Castle gives them, the dungeon jailers quickly hit the voice sword to keep Dracula from finding it on his return. The leader, more corpulent and better armor than the rest, carries the weapon clumsily, followed by a group of henchmen with little interest in self-preservation. Despite not understanding how these magical properties work, the keeper of the voice sword seems to be affected by energy that develops it, making it able to protect it at will. The enormous beast's fascination when contemplating the cold weight of the voice sword makes it clear that no creature will be able to take it away. Yeah, apparently you're using the Toymaker boss theme for this? Okay.
Because it's the Toymaker's area where...
I guess. I mean, I like it, it just feels slightly out of place here. Anyway, the strategy is simple. When he puts up the ice spikes, use the flaming sword, the Ignis, Ignatius, whatever it's the pronunciation, and destroy them, because otherwise you cannot damage him properly. Otherwise, yes, those is nifty ice attacks. But yes, again, Ken Clark voiced Liquid. Then there's Greg Eagles as the DARPA chief, basically the new voice actor of Aku Aku. I forgot who voices, oh god.
Otacon?
No, Otacon. I'm drawing a blank. My god, I'm forgetting all the Metal Gear Solid names today.
Psychomantis?
Thank you, Joe. Psychomantis. I forgot who voices him.
I don't remember the name either.
Which actually makes me wonder what kind of games should potentially these remake references.
I'm still miffed that.
I know.
Stone.
There you go.
You like playing Demon Souls, don't you?
Oh no, that's that's totally something that they probably should put in there. Definitely.
In the original,
Blue Point are the ones behind the recent remake of Demon Souls.
We'll have to see if Blue Point is actually the team behind this MGS one, but if it even exists, mind you. But there are games referenced in the first original release were all Konami titles, obviously Symphony of the Night, Silent Hill, then a couple of obscure ones, as in Azure Dreams and Bundle Hearts, which were for the PS1.
the playthrough that I'm recording right now, I have all the necessary saves on my on the memory card, so we can activate all of his references.
One in Twin Snakes.
So Pedro, are we gonna get the one where he says, "You like playing Super Mario Sunshine"?
Well, that's for Twin Snakes one. Don't worry, we'll see that one too in an extra part.
Wait, Psycho Mantis is Dr. Lights in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and
yeah, Darkstorm.
Mega Man 11.
Indeed.
I'm
still miffed. I'm still miffed that Konami isn't doing anything in terms of releasing the Blue Point remasters of 2 and 3, because those are still the best versions of the games.
Dual wield! No?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nothing personnel, Jader. What a fucking idiot. Well, all in a day's work, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Mother, I have the sword.
You're grounded.
No. Actually, no, the better response. But Mom!
No buts.
So let's place it in the point where Dracula will find it in the main game. The actual hall where it belongs. I wonder if one thought process behind this DLC was to cheekily have a, adverse situation in the average Metroidvania game where you are supposed to collect the relic, but in here it's Alucard who's actually placing them in the correct spots instead.
When your father reached the castle after defeating the Forgotten One, he shut himself away in the innermost chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He lost
When she
his
said that, I
mind.
thought she said he shot himself or something.
No.
That is where the castle has hidden the chaos power. That place.
Oh, so this is where chaos is?
I will return.
Did somebody say chaos?
Chaos.
Bullshit.
Oh, wait, since you guys commented on that, what was your first reaction to when
Oh, it's awesome.
I wasn't expecting. Okay, I did some research. Apparently, it's not actually officially Limp Bizkit, but basically an imitation. But then they do an actually good job at that.
See, I could have sworn that was Limp Bizkit, to be honest with you.
Alright, so join us for the next part.
Where we get the Chaos Clause.
And Alucard gets out his phone and starts playing Linkin Park.
Crawling. Well, crawling can potentially work with Paul Trevor's.
Yeah. After the next level, he's like, he gets his iPhone and starts playing "What I've Done."
That's myself.
See you for the next part.
See ya.